Hey, David Rocket from Gmax Designs. In today's class, we learned how to create a house, and this class is from 8/1/2012. So the first thing we want to do is make a box, make it 20 by 30 by 5, and because a house is fairly time consuming to make, and trying to keep this video time as low as possible, I'm going to do a lot less talking and a lot more work, and I will just point out what I've done as I do it. So I'm going to hush and get to work. Editable poly, rename exterior, select this polygon, and what we want to do first is right click on perspective, edge faces, right click again, configure, put a check for shaded selected faces, go up to edit, object properties, uncheck backface cull. And by the way, I will be doing a two-part video, one for Gmax and one for 3D Studio Max. So anyway, so select that polygon, hit your delete key, select those polygons all the way around, click slice plane, move it to 1.0, slice, edit, clone, name it interior, expand editable poly, element, click on the object, scroll down, look for flip normals, click that, highlight vertex, on your move tool, change it to 14.8, minus 14.8, front, minus 9.8, back, 9.8, deselect, right click, hide unselected, highlight polygon, hold control. You can click each polygon, or you can draw a box to select the two. You want to do a new slice, rotate so it's vertical and straight, slice, deselect slice plane, select slice plane again, oops, undo, move it over a little bit, slice plane, slice again, deselect, and go down to min max toggle, and you want to maximize just the front, perspective viewport. Select that polygon, extrude it, then change it to 19.6, and while you have that particular polygon selected, delete it, select this polygon, delete, select that polygon, delete, select that polygon, and delete. Vertex, select hold control to select those four vertices, weld. Now since we have two extra vertices down here at the bottom, we're going to optimize as we go. So we want this on minus 9.8. Okay. Better yet, let's get this number 14.8. I'm sorry. Copy. copy, select these two vertices again, and just paste it. Select these two vertices, weld, select this vertice, change it to 14.8, move, 14.8, same thing, weld, excuse me. Okay, we have our interior made. Right click, unhide all, and then hide your interior. So hide selection. Select the exterior. Now we're going to make our roof pitch. So select polygon, click that top polygon, and go back to all four of your viewports and make a new slice. This time rotate it so it's this way. Slice, deselect. Now you have your new edge for your pitch of the roof. Change it to 15 or whatever number you like, however you want your pitch. I just chose 15. Okay, polygon, how to move, select these two polygons, detach, name it roof. Now select the actual roof. Okay, and the first thing we're going to do is make our eaves. So select this side, make it 15.3 so it extends out, and minus 15.3. And for the sides, what we are going to do is we are going to actually, let's see, we will select both of these, move it down a little bit, and then select uniform scale, and then scale it out, or better yet, just select move, and move it so it's even with the house edge there. Same thing on the other side. Okay, now with the two polygons selected, you want to actually go to element, flip normals, deselect, and we are going to make a clone. So edit, clone. The default name is fine. Click on element again, click on the actual object, and flip normals back. Now what we're going to do is, for some reason these are out more than the others. What's up with that? It should be 15.3, not 3. Not 153. Three. Three. Okay. And looks like we need to do the same thing for the other one. Vertex. 3. And this is what's so time consuming. Stuff like this. 3. 3, and 3. Now essentially I could have just selected them this way, but oh well. Alright, now we go back to roof 1, and we need to actually go to hierarchy, effect pivot only, click on center to object. Now go into your left viewport, and we want to move this up. Okay, and then maximize this viewport, and what we are going to do is you can either leave it straight up if you want, or you can kind of have a diagonal. For this, we'll just leave it straight up. Okay, get out of move, select the other roof, and then go to attach, click on roof 01, get off and move again, and perspective view, maximize, and actually we will do, click on the modifier list down arrow here, and choose cap holes. That's not it. Okay, so polygon, we'll have to create the polygon. Now when you create a polygon, you'll notice how my crosshair cursor looks right now, but when you move it over the vertex, it changes. So you need to make sure it changes when you're making polygons. And sometimes you'll get that error there. So what we're going to do is just go ahead and convert it to editable mesh. Don't worry about that line, it's okay. So polygon, and create your polygons for all around. Now you'll notice this side, the polygon is facing out, which is the way we want it, and this one is facing in. So the way to ensure that is while you're here, just go and select that particular polygon and flip. Back up to create. And sometimes what I'll do is I'll just make all of my polygons and just go back and flip whichever ones need to be made. In this case, since this one is flipped correctly, I'll just hold Control and deselect that one and flip. Okay, so now our roof is made. Now what we need to do is we need to go ahead and make our collisions. So I am going to go to Edit, Clone, and take off 0, 1, and then underscore roof call, hide it. Oh no, we'll just leave it. And then select the exterior, clone, and just go ahead and name this one collision, because whenever we attach everything, we'll just attach it to this, so just name it call. Okay. Now for your collision, overall collision, this edge here is not needed. So what we can do, select these polygons, delete, just click no, vertice, or actually, we don't need those vertices, so just delete those. Okay, and we don't need these, so delete those. Now select all the vertices around there and move it down to 0. And that's just another part of optimizing as you go. Okay, let's make sure we have everything. What's this? Oh, okay. Alright, so right click on hide all and select the interior. Go ahead and make your collision for that. Interior underscore COL. And again, while you have your interior collision selected, polygon, select the bottom polygons and delete. And for this, choose yes. Select these polygons, or these vertices here, and actually just leave those there at 1.0. Okay, now we will hit the H key and go ahead and hide all the collision and the roof. Hide selection. And now what we are going to do is we are going to make our door and window. Now you can make as many windows as you want, but I'm going to just make one window and 2 doors. The first thing you want to do is go back to create, box, draw a box, make it wider than the actual wall, and generally what I do for a door is for the height, I'll make it 2.5. 2.5 or 3 is good. Width, 1.5 or 2 is good. I'm just going to do 1.5, and that we don't need to worry about. Next, we need to move it so it is right at the floor. Okay? And we'll go ahead and name this door underscore cutout. Okay, I'll make a clone of that and name it door cutout underscore COL, because we won't need a window cutout for the collision. So hide that one and reselect that and go back up to clone and name this one window, and you can leave it at 0, cutout 01. Okay, and then for each other window that you want, just make a clone of that. Okay, now for this size I'm going to just do length at 2. Okay, and I'm going to move it so the top is level with the door. I'm just going to move it over here. I'll select these two, select both of them, and move them so they're in between. Select the door, editable mesh or editable poly, doesn't matter. You just want to attach the window. So attach that one. Okay, now here comes the little trick to create the door hole and window hole. Go on the Create tab, under standard primitive, click on the down arrow, choose Compound Object, and then click on Boolean. Okay, oops, actually that's wrong. Undo. We need the exterior selected, and since we want to cut both of these out at the same time, we're going to attach the interior. And I see I made a little mistake, so you don't need to do this. If you follow along with me and you only made one door, then you'll need to do this. So element, click on the door, detach, just leave it at default name. Okay, now you need to make a clone. So click on the move, hold shift, and move to make a copy. And just move it somewhere. Now you need to rotate it so it will be straight this way. and then move it on this new wall we made. Now we can go back, click on the window, and attach this and this. Now we will highlight the exterior and then go to compound objects, which should already be selected, and then bling, and then click on pick operand B, and then click the window and the doors, and then click on modify tab, right click, editable poly, and now we have our doors and windows made. And we're going to do the same thing for the collision. So unhide all, H, we need this, and this. Hide on, well, actually, we'll go ahead and get our door in place. There. And same thing. Shift. So it's there. And then rotate. First, let's get it in place. And we're close enough. Okay. Yeah. And then select this one. And we're going to attach, or actually mesh, and then attach this one. Okay. And then go to select object by name, and you want this and the collision, and hide unselected. Select the actual collision and then attach list, and you want your attach, no, you want the collision attach list, and we want the interior. Okay, and go back to create. Compound object should still be selected. Click on bling, same thing, that, click, modify, right click, poly. Now what we'll do is maximize perspective, and we'll go ahead and make our collision floor. So get it so you can see all the corners of the inside. Polygon, create, and your polygon should be facing up like that. Okay, now we have our floor made for our collision. So we will go ahead and do the same for the actual object. Unhide, right click, unhide all, and choose exterior. Hide, right click, hide unselected. Now we can go ahead and delete these polygons as they are not needed. Delete. Yes. Rotate it so you can see all four corners. Polygon still selected. Create. And delete those other vertices there, but those are the ones that you want. Delete. No, wait, okay, I see what those are. Never mind. Okay, now we have our floor made. And we are close to done. So right click, unhide all. Okay, and then we want to hide the, actually let's go ahead and we'll attach the roof collision to the collision. So select, attach list, choose the roof, and then right click, hide. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to make a frame for the door. Now the way I make my frames is I'll just make a new box, and I'm not going to get real technical as far as the size here. So it's let's see, that looks good. Okay, now what I do is I will make a new one, or just clone. That's fine. And then I will move it in, or actually undo. What I'll do is just move this so it's just below the actual door itself. Okay, and then reduce this number again so it's just below or inside the actual door cutout, and then make it wider than the actual door. Then you need to move it like that. Now, for a quicker way to do it, I really should have made the window first, and then that way I would have all four sides of my polygons, and then I could just make a clone of that and just move it over in the door, and then I can just remove these bottom polygons. So, just to let you know for future reference. And I'm only going to make the door frame, by the way. Okay, so I want to select the door frame and go to compound objects again, bling, pick that, right click, editable poly, and now we have our door frame. Now we need to make the actual door for our texture. So we go and right click, okay, hide unselected. Now we're going to create two polygons on each side for our door, and then just one for the window. Polygon, create, and actually, as you can see here, we would have a gap at this door. So let's just go ahead and create a polygon here. Right click, there. Make sure it's facing the correct way. Okay, and deselect. Now we can create our door polygon. Okay, at this point we can just go ahead and convert to editable mesh. That's what we're pretty much done with all the bling and all that. So polygon, create. This way we won't get that silly error anymore. Okay, it's facing in, so we want to flip. Let's go and move over and we'll do the window. At this point we need to deselect all the polygons. Reselect this one so we can flip it. Okay, we're going to go in, side, polygon, create, then check create, flip, and that is it. Well, other than Now, your interior door, you can either have a door there, like some don't put doors inside. I do. So that's just up to you. For this particular, I'm not going to. Okay. Now we will right click on it all. H. Select the collision. Go ahead and hide that. Okay. And at this point, we are pretty much done with the house, other than um, making stairs for to be able to get up into the house. So, real quick, um, there's all kind of ways. I mean, you can make just some stairs, or you can make a deck with the ramp, or you can make a deck with stairs on it. Um, and I'm not really going to get into how to create the stairs, because that would be even more time consuming. So just for now, for this, just make a deck, and then later on, um, maybe another part of the class, I can show you how to create a stairs. So that's pretty much it for this house and Gmax. And so now I'm going to stop here, and then I will carry on for 3D Studio Max. Ta-ta!